Going to discuss life cycle of angiosperms, and again, what is angiosperm? These are flower producing plants, and you can say it's a very advanced classification of plant kingdom. Angiosperms, the two kinds of seed bearing plants, flowers are present and the seeds are not naked. So we will discuss about the life cycle of angiosperm in this video. As you all know very well, in the life cycle of plants, the two type of generations alternate with each other. Sometimes 2n generation is more dominant as compared to n generation. Diploid generation, I mean, is more dominant as compared to haploid generation, and sometimes haploid generation is more dominant as compared to diploid generation. um, I have already made a video on diploid and haploid generation. I will just revise the knowledge of haploid and diploid generation. The generation which is 2n is diploid generation, and it is called sporophyte generation. And the generation which is haploid, n number of chromosomes are present in it. The n haploid generation is called gametophyte generation. So, in as we know very well that ancient plants that first originated on this land have gametophyte dominant as compared to sporophyte, but the most advanced angiosperms has sporophyte generation is more dominant as compared to gametophyte generation. Here you can see. Let me till the this generation is 2n and it is diploid generation. Diploid generations mean it is sporophyte generation, and in angiosperms sporophyte generation is more dominant as compared to gametophyte generation. And the remaining portion, let me show you the remaining portion. This is the gametophyte generation. This is very short-lived. And let's discuss the sequence of life cycle of the angiosperms plants in detail. First of all, as you can see, there is an adult plant. This adult plant is sporophyte stage. This plant is mature with leaves and it's a dominant stage. You also know very well that in our it is diploid and it produces flowers. This is the flower, and these are two main parts of the flower. Anther is a male part of the flower, and the ovary is the female part of the flower. In their reproductive parts, meiosis will happen. Anther is a male, and inside anther, a microsporangia. A microsporangia cells undergo a meiosis and it will produce pollen grains. The pollen grains will be n in number, and in flowers, till the flower was the diploid generation, and from inside the anther, meiosis take place and pollen grains are produced. This is a spore production stage. After pollen grains are formed, they will produce haploid microspores, and then male gametophyte. Inside the ovary, there is ovule and a cell divide in ovule by meiosis, and haploid megaspores are formed. Only one will be survive, and in gametophyte generation, in female gametophyte, it will become embryo. And next part is the pollination. Pollination will happen, and inside the ovary, pollen grains will enter, forming a pollen tube. and pollen grains travel to the female part with the help of wind, animal pollinators, and a pollen tubes grow into the style so that it can reach to the ovule. And after the pollination, double fertilization will happen, and during the double fertilization, two sperms enter the ovule. One will fertilize the egg, creating a diploid zygote, and the other will fuse with the two polar nuclei, and it will create a triploid, 3N. And in this way, seed is formed. Seed is formed by double fertilization. Seed and fruit formation will take place after this steps. After this step, fruit will form, and inside the fruit, seed will be present. The zygote develop into embryo, while the triploid cell that will be made by double fertilization, it will become the nutrient-rich endosperm. The ovule mature into seed, and the ovary will ripe into a fruit. Next is the germination step, and whenever the seed is dispersed and the conditions will be favorable, it will produce a new sporophyte plant, and the cycle will be completed in this way. This is the total life cycle of